Shalom, shalom. This is Soldier Azaniah coming at you with a weekly video. Hoping and praying that it's helpful to the elect, to the 1/3 of Israel. Before I start, I'd like to give all praise and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaMashiach Yahushai. I'm just gonna get into it. So I'm gonna be pulling up just a few news articles that are showing what times we're living in, man. And we gotta go out on these byways, and we gotta stay consistent with these weekly videos, edifying the sheep, so there's no blood on our hands, because the Most High has chosen to reveal these things to his soldiers, his men of the Lord's, man, his men of the Lord. And he's requiring us to do this work, man. And we can see these things coming upon the earth, because he's given us eyes to see, and they're coming, and they're coming rapid, man. They've been coming, for the last couple of decades, but even more so now. You know what I'm saying? Today, and the kingdom of heaven is not at hand, man. It's at hand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna get into these news articles that are showing just what times we're living in. This one reads, so this is Forbes.com. It's dated February 23rd, and it says the title says how to avoid mental blind spots when thinking about COVID-19 vaccine risks. So this is how they're deeming your opposition to this shot, man, as mental blind spots, as if you're lacking within your mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? If you don't trust something that was concocted within a year's time frame, that's supposed to drastically prevent death. That's how they're treating it, as mental blind spots. So the red flags, you know what I'm saying? And Esau's out here snitching on himself, man. Because he hates himself. Self-hate. He's the wicked of this earth when he himself hates himself. They just eat this. He's just crawling on his belly and licking up the dust and being like, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Who am I?" You know what I'm saying? That's basically what's going on with this damn devil. So we're gonna get into it. So it says, but the U.S. will fail. So I'm gonna read up to here. But the U.S. will fail to fully reap the benefits of shots if enough citizens don't take them. Unfortunately, there are reasons to worry about this dynamic, with recent polls suggesting that 30% to 40% of Americans would probably or definitely not get a COVID-19 shot. You see that? Because their kingdom's falling apart, man. They're the Most High says, I think it's in Jeremiah like 50, that he would send caterpillars to eat them out on the inside, man. That goes into Second Esdras, man. That goes into Matthew with the wars and rumors of wars. You see what I'm saying? There's a war brewing, man. 30 to 40% aren't on board with their reset, man, and the new norm they're trying to place upon our society. See that? And the Most High says he's gonna cut them off in their wickedness, man, before they can fully implement this garbage they're trying to do. So it says one major reason for this is a fear of side effects among people who would decline shots. Nearly 2/3. I like how they said that. Nearly 2/3. That's through the spirit, man. 2/3 cited concerns about side effects. So these 2/3, man. These 2/3 are not cleaving, and I'm sure they're in derision. They don't know what's going on. They're just saying, they're just their God is their belly, and their belly doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying? My own experience corroborates this. Over the last several months, I've had loved ones and colleagues from around the country reach out to express vaccine apprehension. Let's make sure I know fully. Anxiety or understanding. All right. So there's a ton of pushback with this shot, man, because they don't they don't see what benefit it can solve. You know what I'm saying? It's being proven to just do worse than good. So his kingdom is splitting apart. If Satan cast out Satan, how can a kingdom stand? You know what I'm saying? No kingdom is gonna stand when everyone's trying to be everyone's right in their own eyes. You know what I'm saying? So his kingdom's falling apart. A call. So we're gonna get into some scripts, and the scripts is gonna be, let's see, it's going first or 2 Thessalonians 2:4. 2 Thessalonians 2:4. Let's pull up some scriptures. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4. And it reads, let no man deceive you by any means. We go verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. So that was Israel, we fell away. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So, the son of perdition. Let's get this in the blue letter. I don't even know how to spell this thing. Thessalonians 2. Let's see. Perdition.
Strong's G 684. Apoleia.
Destroying utter destruction of vessels. Oh, I like that. Of vessels. That goes into Romans 9. Vessel for destruction, of ruin, of destruction, of money. Look at that. That's the prince of this world, man. Runs off of the insecurity of funds. The destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. And that's not receiving of the blessing, man. So that's the son of perdition. We already know that's Esau, who poseth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. You know what I'm saying? With the Caesar Borgia crap, a faggot. Poses himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So him implementing this shot, man, is him saying, I have control over death, I have control over life, and if you won't get this shot, that means you will die. And he goes on to scientifically, this is the opposition of science that Yahweh has advised us and commanded us not to cleave unto. This is the this is then he'll go on to prove it, or go on to prove it with the science that he that you will die if you don't take it. So that's him, exalting himself, being as God. This is the time we live in, man. And ultimately, it's gonna come down to that chip in your hand, man, or in your forehead, in your foot, or in whatever. It's gonna cause him to just place that microchip in you, and you being, him ultimately acting as if he were God, and you bowing down to him. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping him, like Revelations 13 says. So we're gonna go to our next script. It's Luke 21:25, and it says Luke 21:25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. See that? Distress of nations. They're shaking in their boots, man. They're distressed. There's so much things being said on how when are we gonna be able to go outside? When are we able to be free without our masks? When are we gonna be able to do this and that? Salakia. When are we going to be able to do this and that? And these are the times, he said. This is the time that we live in, man. These are the times of the Gentiles. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations with perplexity, the seas and the waves roaring, man. The seas and the waves roaring. That's that's these nations out here. They're the seas, you know what I mean? They're the waves, and the whole masses, they're roaring, man. The anti-maskers, man. Watch when they make that chip, uh, uh, um, when they start demanding that chip, man. These people are. I mean, hey, more power to them because that just gives me time to head to the hills. You know what I'm saying? And if they're getting guillotined and all them things, what I mean, I that necessarily, that means I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Most High willing. So this is all part of prophecy. You know what I mean? And Brakata Yahweh for that, man. So let's see. It's seas and the waves roaring. Reading at James 5:1. James 5 verse 1. Actually, well, it's men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. See what I'm saying? Powers of heaven are shaken, man. Even these elitists, you know what I'm saying, in their high castles and their high vantage points, man. They're not even on board. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess they didn't go through whatever oath, or they didn't go through whatever protocol to be a full-fledged duppy or demon. You know what I'm saying? Even though they already are one, but damn. You know what I'm saying? They're not accepted within that inner circle. So even they're whistleblowing, and they don't want anything to do but still, the stress is coming upon the nations, man. See that? Signs in the sun and in the moon, bro. There's signs in the constellations. We already know that. But the sun and the moon also could be, the commandments, man. We're seeing these signs through the word, through the spirit of prophecy, man. So we're going to go to James 5:1. It says, "Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl, for your miseries shall come upon you." See that? Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. You see that? Finish. This place is done, man. James 5:1. All these people are their misery is coming upon them, and their riches are coming to naught, and they're finding that out, because with all this riches they've accolated and collected over the years, money in the safe. It's all at risk. It's all at risk now. Their whole empire, whatever infrastructure they were building for themselves and for their family, whatever empire they're trying to establish on the backs of our people. You know what I'm saying? The consumerist class. It's coming to naught now, through the spirit, man. It's coming to naught. And look, your gold and your silver is cankered, man, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you. It's all this crap you've put your trust into, man, is coming to naught with this whole demanding of shots to go into just to go into a restaurant, bro, just to get a bite to eat. All that money ain't doing nothing for you, bro. I mean, surely you can bribe, you can do, but eventually, you know what I mean, they're gonna be under strict lock and key. You know what I'm saying? By the new government, body that's trying to come into power. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go to Second Esdras. Second Esdras. Second Esdras. Go 16. 13. And it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. And when they begin to be shot in the ends, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." Verse 14, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth." So there's nothing you could do to get yourself out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Just through the spirit and power, man. To the elect, man. That's it. There's nothing these people could do. You know, they have no more status. Everyone's been brought to a base estate with because they've been a partaker of the whore of Babylon, man. Blood all up on their hands. 2/3 evil Jake included. Freaking wicked ass Eve, bro. Yeah, bro. So it's one of them things, yo, where you know their kingdom isn't cleaving to each other because people want to retain their status, but you know the Most High has shaken all the powers in the heaven, man, utterly cast it to the ground, you know, physically and continually. You know what I'm saying? And he says, you know, these things won't return unto him until it's been done. You know what I'm saying? And how is that going to be returned back to him when his kingdom is established, man? And you know he's saved his 1/3. You know what I'm saying? And Yahushua, his son, man, is reigning forever and ever. Barakatha Yahweh, man. So we're gonna go Revelations 18. Revelation 18. Revelation 18, verse 7. How much she hath gloried herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's what these people were always saying, man. From beginning of the conception of this abomination, man. They've said, we said it, we're the glory of the world, man. We're the center of the freaking universe. All manner of wickedness, man. And now when we see that, yo, this place is being divided up, the Most High, you think they mastered the art of divide and conquer, guerrilla warfare, man? Nah. Let's look that up. Guerrilla warfare. How do you spell gorilla? Oops. Slack it. Oops. Guerrilla warfare. I'm black, man. I can't spell all the time. It's a KJV definition. Slack it. Yeah, I'm an Israelite, man. Not all the times I can spell. Guerrilla warfare is a form of irregular warfare in which small groups of combatants, such as paramilitary personnel, armed civilians, or irregulars, use military tactics including ambush, sabotage, raids, petty warfare, hit and run tactics, and mobility to fight a larger and less mobile traditional military. So Esau generally, you know, got this tactic from us. You know what I'm saying? This is what Abraham's 400 servants, Solomon's military. This is what he did. You know what I'm saying? This is what they did to take down their adversaries. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the Most High doesn't need to do this, but I'm saying he's the divide and conquer king, bro. Such as seen through his servants. You know what I'm saying? But even just with one swipe, these people, they're done. But the Most High is the king of all things, man. So we're gonna continue. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's what these people have always said. That's what America and its inhabitants have always said. You know what I'm saying? Where this is the land of opportunity. I'm waxing richer and richer. This is the year of my prosperity, and the church is just feeding them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what you can't even tell the difference between church and state, bro. It's crazy. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day: death, mourning, and famine. You see that? That's what's coming on this place: death, mourning, and famine to all these wicked people who bow down to this damn person. And you know what I'm saying? And to those who fight against it, man, just death. You know? But you're gonna fight. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth him, man. Barak for Yahweh, man. So we're gonna go second Ezra 15, verse 45. No, 15, yeah, verse 45. So this is the book of second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 45, and it says, they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. See that? They that remain under her. So this whole part of this whole chapter is Babylon just getting destroyed by nukes, man. There's nukes through all the verses. And it says, they shall come to her. This is her adversaries. They shall come to her. Scroll 44. They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. And shall the dust and smoke go up in the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. See that? They're going to do all manner of service to this place, both great and small, all who have been put under her, man. That's the 10 horns. You know what I'm saying? That's the inhabitants within the city, seditions among men. That's everyone's going to burn this freaking place. Going to lay it utterly, sieged. And and then they'll just get it right on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit of power, man. So we're going to open up another article. And we're gonna break that down a little bit. All right, so this is a website called Ricochet. This is I guess it's an initiative in a non-for-profit initiative in Toronto, dated February 23rd, 2021. It says Toronto advocates building Canada's first municipal black food sovereignty plan. Anti-black racism at the root of high rates of food insecurity among black communities. It says anti-black racism at the root of high rates of food insecurities. That's something I should look into. I don't know how. I guess anti-black, somebody, or prejudice against black people, racism against black people is driving the food ups in our neighborhoods. I guess no one wants to deliver to, neighborhoods that's, I guess, who they deem as, as threats to the community at large. So that's pretty interesting to look into. Food insecurity has long impacted black communities in Canada, affecting both physical and mental well-being, and the economic fallout from COVID-19 pandemic has only made things worse. This is actually this right here is very significant. It's going to correlate well with the scriptures that I have planned to bring out. All right, so food insecurity has long impacted black communities in Canada, affecting both physical and mental well-being, and the economic fallout from COVID-19 pandemic has only made things worse. In Toronto, home to the country's largest black population, black food justice organizations like African Food Basic quickly sprung into action as COVID-19 hit. The pandemic highlights the food insecurity within the black community, and the folks that are most impacted by COVID-19 in Toronto, centered around black communities, said Anon Lololi, executive director of the food, blah, blah, blah. So we are delivering food. Since last spring, in a partnership with the city, they have been mobilizing under an initiative called Black Food Toronto to deliver fresh fruit and vegetables weekly to African, Caribbean, and black communities, members in need. To date, the initiative has provided over 155,000 pounds of food. And that's just, but, man, the judgment has to start at Israel, man. Judgment is starting at Israel, man. And with this anti-black racism at the root of high food rates and high food rates of insecurity among black communities, you know what I'm saying? That's Esau in power choosing his own people, man. What's that scripture? Hold on. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, Verse 11. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, that thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And though thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. See that? Because that glass will still be dirty every time. This is the one I wanted. 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he standeth up in thy place. So with that whole anti-black racism, driving up our food prices, you know what I'm saying? Us putting our trust in him, putting him beside us, now he's taking our place, taking our food, man, and shipping it from places that are being ruled or dwelled upon, majorly, specifically the Caribbean. It's all coming from, Jakes to just feeding the bellies of these damn red devils, man. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Because we're about to get pricked, man, with all manner of disease, all manner of famines, man, and hunger. Man, it's not a joke. You're supposed to put your trust in the Lord, man, and he will make our bellies full. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your trust in the system, man. Because ultimately he's just going to have you chipped. He's going to have you, eugenicked off. And then he's gonna, have you die of famine, man. And he doesn't care. Just like Texas, it's like Texas mayor that stepped down, man. Only the strong will survive. So we're gonna get 1 Peter 4:17. 1 Peter 4 verse 17, and it says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. If it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?" Exactly, man. That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna start at us. You know what I'm saying? And how much worse it's gonna be for those who put Esau beside them. They're gonna get pricked, man. You're gonna die an awful death, man. And that's just how it's going to have to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you were unfool and you despised the Most High's counsels, man. And these beautiful brothers, the beloved of the Lord, risking their livelihoods, their health and their sanity for the liberation of their people, man. You don't even give a shit. So the Most High is going to return that right into your own bosom, man. You reap what you sow. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon. Oh, not this one. But it applies. But we'll get Isaiah. We'll get Isaiah 55. Say 55, 6 and 7. And it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." See that? That's what we're supposed to be doing in these end times. While he's near, man, let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto Yahweh, or Adonai, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, and to our Yahweh, for he will abundantly pardon. See that? He will abundantly pardon if you return unto him, man. He'll pardon all these, these curses that he put upon our people, and all these plagues that he's pouring out upon the earth, and he'll keep you safe in that day, If you return back to him, man, and you'll do as he commanded. That's it. And it's so simple, but man, our people perish for lack of knowledge, man. It's a sad day. It's a sad time we live in. It's a beautiful time, you know what I'm saying? Because we get to see all these prophecies happening. Everyone, all our forefathers before us, the prophets, all wanted to see this day come to pass. But you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm not even gonna have. Most High says don't even pray for that. Don't even pray for them 2/3, bro. Don't even pray for them. That's what Most High says. I think, what is that? What book was that? I forgot what book it was. But he said don't even pray for them because he will not hear that prayer. won't hear that prayer because they gotta go, man. They gotta go. So Proverbs 1:24-28. Proverbs 1:24, and it reads, "Because I have called, and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught at all my counsels, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh." See that? When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. See that? Seek him while he is near. But in the time when the evidence of their hope should have been, what I'm saying, when they should have had hope, they're gonna be found, with no reward for that hope. You know what I'm saying? That they didn't have. There's gonna be no reward for something you weren't expecting. You know what I'm saying? Something you weren't, hoping for and working towards. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna be, their desolation. That's thermonuclear war. You know what I'm saying? The destruction, whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? Distress. That's that famine. You know what I'm saying? And he has an outstretched hand, man, by way of his prophets, man. You hear God in us speaking, but you know what I'm saying? Vessels of the Lord. A prophet isn't accepted in his hometown, man, in his own country, by his own people. So we're gonna go to and the Most High is gonna laugh, man, and we're gonna laugh right with him, like it says in Job 5, man. We're gonna laugh right along with him. We shall eat, but they shall be hungry. They shall be hungry, man. Most High has us prepared. So we're gonna go to Lamentations 4:9. Lamentations 4, verse 9 says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through want of fruits of the field." See that? It's better to die getting your head chop off, going out with a chopper, bro, than to die by the way the Most High has planned for those who aren't seeking him and despising his laws and his prophets, man. It's not a light thing to die from hunger. You know what I'm saying? Because when you die from a sword slap, bro, that you die instantly. But famine, it's 3 days without water. There's water up here, in Canada, but food, that's a long and gruesome death, man. You'll just be suffering and suffering, man. Looking at everyone like there's some chicken, man. they mock us in the damn cartoons, man. When you're looking at people, and then they turn into turkeys and chicken wings and shit, bro. That's how it's gonna be, yo. I'm just gonna be laughing, bro. I'm laughing now, man. All right, let's, Most High willing, he protects me, man, because I'm gonna be zealous for this law, man, just like our brothers in the Maccabees, man. We're gonna go 2 Ezra 15, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. See that? You will die in your unfaithfulness if you're not hearkening unto these law, statutes, and commandments, and hearkening to the voice of the prophets, man, to the word of the Lord, man. In these last days, because we can see the distress of nations coming, just everything verbatim, even more so in abundance. The Most High is showing it. You know what I'm saying? That his word is true, and every other man is a lie, and their mouth should be stopped. But our people don't even want to hear him, man. Let's see. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. See that? That's it. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually, man. Yo, you have people if any two-third is getting prayed for, it's getting prayed to be destroyed. That's it. That's the only prayer you're getting. Right along with these damn heathens, man. Cause you gotta go. You gotta go, man. You're not conducive to the struggle no longer. You know what I'm saying? You're not profitable for anything, man. Most High will just spew out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be right behind him. You know, it's good little, soldiers saying, yeah, yeah, get him, get him, get him. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, dummy. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jake. Every time someone's fighting Jake with the camera phone, you know what I'm saying? How much more in that day, man? I'll be right there trying to get me some blood, man. To bring them here and slay them before me. Man, I'll do that in an instant. You know what I'm saying? Barakatah Yahweh, man. Barakatah Yahushai. You can get Micah. Micah 3. Micah 5 verse 3 says, therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth hath brought forth. Then shall the remnant of his children shall return unto the children of Israel. See that? He's gonna give them up. You know what I'm saying? Until a time. So some of y'all might perish in that giving up. But, a remnant shall be saved. Then the remnant of his children shall return unto the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's also going into Yahushua returning again. So we're going to go 10 and 15. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off the horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. And I will cut off the cities of the land, and throw down all thy strongholds. I will cut off the witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. And I will see that with this black initiative. Where was it? With this black initiative, these are the work of man's hands, man. This is what people are gonna put their trust into, thinking it's gonna be an ever-flowing, refuge. But the Lord is your refuge, man. The Lord is your refuge in that day, and you're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it by thermonuclear fire, man. And then you'll get regenerated back into the kingdom, and all your sorrows will be wiped away because you're still beloved of the Lord, man. But yeah, these are the work of man's hands, man. And I think they can, just like in the scriptures say, and thou shalt no more worship the work of your hands, man. And I'll pluck out the groves out of the midst of thee. Let me see what that word groves is, Micah 5. Because if it is what I'm thinking it is, that's through the Spirit, man. That's powerful. I'm thinking it's like farmland. Like groves, like verse 13. Let's see, groves. Interlineal. See, is that
Strong's H 842.
Okay, so it's not.
Asherah. Asherah.
It just goes into idols. Man, anything can be turned into an idol, man. You think your food can be saved, or you think your farmland's gonna be saved? Your nice big old shiny boat that you bought to import, man, done. I'll pluck up the groves out of the midst of thee. So I'll and the whole city's gonna get destroyed. He'll destroy your whole cities, your whole crop, your whole everything, man. Because you're not putting your trust in him. You're not thinking that he's gonna fill you in that day. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's crazy. And I'll execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. You're gonna get it way worse. Right along with these other freaking heathens. You know what I'm saying? You can get it way worse. Like has never come upon the earth, man. Gotta worry about the things of today, man. Don't think you don't. Tomorrow's not promised. You know what I'm saying? We gotta focus it. We gotta focus in, hone in on today, because now is the kingdom of heaven, man. So that's gonna be part one. We're gonna do part two, Lord willing, tomorrow. Hope this was edifying. I'm going to some more articles, some more scriptures. All right, so yeah, I'll just end it there. Give all praise and all glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. Say Qam Yasharahla, death to America, and peace and love and blessings to the 1/3.